We are bringing you the top 5 stories at ComicBook.com. At 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it's 3 a.m. in Sudan for Comic Book Now. What's up, Comic Book Nation? Welcome to Comic Book Now. I'm your host, Brandon Davis. Please call me BD, joined by Charlie Ridgely.
What's up, guys? How you doing tonight?
Charlie is monitoring the comment section right now, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, all the interwebs where we are live. He's checking your comments. He wants to know what you want to talk about, and we will get to that after the show. And our last story today, guys, it is the best giveaway of all time. We hyped it last week. We weren't kidding. We want you to enter to win. We already have a few submissions. We're going to show them, and stick around for that. I promise you don't want to miss it. But first, we got to get through our top stories. Our top story today, you won't have to hear it from me. You can hear it from the Gotham star David Mazoux, as we have an exclusive look at the show's return. Check it out.
These 3 January episodes are filled with absolute mayhem.
Oh my god. I don't even know where to start.
There's gonna be total anarchy.
You have Enigma orchestrating the fall of Penguin, Selina reconnecting with her mom, Gordon trying to take down crazy being, Rome coming back dead, plunging the city into absolute chaos and darkness.
You're the real virus, Jim.
I want this to be a slow, painful death.
I will purge Gotham!
You don't want to miss what happens next. Nothing but darkness, as far as the eye can see.
Over the weekend, Lucasfilm issued a statement regarding the future of Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia character and how she will be handled in Episode 9 and beyond with the Star Wars franchise. We don't normally respond to fan or press speculation, but there is a rumor circulating that we would like to address, they said. We want to assure our fans that Lucasfilm has no plans to digitally recreate Carrie Fisher's performance as Princess or General Leia Organa. Carrie Fisher was, is, and always will be a part of the Lucasfilm family. She was our princess, our general, and more importantly, our friend. We are still hurting from her loss. We cherish her memory and legacy as Princess Leia and will always strive to honor everything she gave to Star Wars. So there's a pretty definitive ruling on Leia's future in Star Wars. Episode 9 will not be digitally recreating her. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle such a delicate situation. Our next story is a turn from movies to TV. The Flash will be bringing Rick Cosnett back to the series. The actor shared this ever so hunky yet completely off-topic photo of himself on Twitter with the caption, "Okay, I hate to tease you, but now I can say it. I'm coming back to The Flash," with some photo cred too, of course, because that's why we were really there, that picture. But since Cosnett's Eddie Thawne died, he has only popped in a couple episodes, actually one episode in flashback form. We'll have to see if he can rekindle the fire with old Iris when he returns, and what's the word? Friction is going to be like with Barry and Iris after that. Tom Hardy is in the news, talking about his upcoming role as Al Capone. When asked by the Daily Beast if he was going to bulk up for the role, similar to how he prepared for Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, the actor shut down any speculation of his arms puffing up that big once again. Hardy said, "I don't want to give too much away about it, but there's definitely a transformation with that role. I don't know if it's as drastic as Bane. I've probably damaged my body too much." Now, it sure sounds like he's saying the damage to his body came from preparing for the villain of the DC Comics movie. And he even went on to say, "I think you pay the price with any drastic physical changes." And we'll have to see how that plays out, if he's going to bulk up for Al Capone. But it's a shame to hear Bane may have done some damage to him. But perhaps those physical changes that he's talking about are why Hugh Jackman is calling it quits as Wolverine after Logan. This is no surprise. We've known this for a while. But speaking of it, we are so excited to announce the greatest giveaway of all time. I've been hyping it. I'm that excited. In partnership with 20th Century Fox, ComicBook.com is bringing one Wolverine superfan to see Logan a month ahead of its release and then conduct an exclusive interview with the Wolverine himself, Hugh Jackman. That's right. You might meet Hugh Jackman. To enter, you have to send us a video, 10 seconds or less, offering up your best impression of Wolverine. We're calling it Show Us Your Bub. Then you go to comicbook.com/page/submissions and enter to win. We will show a few submissions throughout the week, and we actually have a few already this week, and we're going to run them. We will have 4 finalists Friday, and then Monday we will announce our winner. All right, guys, let's check out who has submitted so far. Watch this.
I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is very nice.
Killian Pulliam, that fence better watch out, dude. I don't know. There's no future for that fence. We have another one we want to show today. Let's check out one more entry.
I'm the best there is at what I do. And what I do best is...
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow.
Lucas Ackerman going with the Wolverine, Les Mis combo. That's
I'm
pretty
loving the Hugh Jackman musical theater tie. Good on you, dude.
All
Good
right.
on you.
So while you pull up the questions real quick, I just want to remind everybody, comicbook.com/page/submission. Submit a 10-second video. We will have 4 finalists on Friday. We will announce a winner on Monday, and you will be flown to New York City to see Logan a month before it comes out and interview Hugh Jackman. That's the hype is real.
That is huge.
That's
I mean,
once in a lifetime.
when you think about the gravity of that, like one of you watching right now is going to sit from here to here with Hugh Jackman and talk about Logan before anyone else gets to see it.
Pretty
That
freaking cool.
So much cooler than a comic, as much as I love comics.
Anyway.
That is awesome.
All right, what's
so
the
you guys
comment
have been
section looking
flooding
like?
with questions. I really love it. We got people chiming in from where they're from, saying, hey, hello from Maine, Canada, Kentucky, all over the place. It's really cool to see. But one fan, Jordan Evans on Facebook, wants to know, since you know a lot about the Logan movie, BD, will we see any X-Men characters from the trilogy in Logan, but maybe super old?
I would say it's a safe bet we're not going to see any X-Men that are not like we already expected. Logan, Wolverine, Caliban. The mutants in Old Man Logan were gone. They were long gone in that story, right?
Right.
I'm not making that up.
In the real Old Man Logan, most of them were killed off a long time ago, and the country is run by villains. Now, obviously, it won't be like that in the movie.
We're gonna have a lot of Logan info for you coming up this week, I promise you, and that question and a lot more will be answered. So I just want to say stay tuned. I can't really say too much right now. Don't expect any other mutants, but expect a lot of really cool Logan info later this week.
Oh yeah, Reese Williams, hey from Wales, that's awesome. Big fan of Wales soccer. Let's see, Paul Wesley Smart. Do you guys think we'll ever see Beta Ray Bill in any of the MCU movies? What do you think about that? It's been talked about a lot.
I think if we see Beta Ray Bill, it's going to be a real minor role. I haven't heard anything about it. People keep saying that his skeleton was in the Collector's little thing
Well,
there.
then James
or
Gunn
in the
shot him
beginning
down.
of Guardians.
James Gunn shot them down for that one. So
I don't think we're
haven't
going to
seen
see Beta Ray
yet.
Bill anytime soon. I'm not in a hurry to see him. There's a lot of other priorities I have on my Marvel Studios checklist.
There's a lot of stuff going on. I love Beta Ray Bill, though. It's not necessary yet.
No, it's not.
I don't think so. Oh, all right, over on Twitter, one of our favorites always tweets at us, Charles Diaz. He wants to know, will Ben Affleck do more than one Batman solo film? There's been a ton of talk around Batman and around Ben Affleck the last week or two.
Will he even do one solo
He's
Batman
gonna do one. We gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. He's gonna do one.
I just wish he would be a little bit more upbeat about it. Like, I get it. Like, I completely understand. Like, it's totally overwhelming. This is such an overwhelming fan base. You do any movie this big or any project this big, you are in the spotlight. I just wish he would talk more positively about it. Like, it seems like he's super stressed. And, like, justifiably so.
Yeah.
But still, the DC movies are so divisive among fans and critics. And everyone's kind of arguing over which is good and which isn't. And I just want to see people get excited and a DC movie come out with no controversy behind it.
I want that too, but I do think it's refreshing to see a director, a filmmaker that's willing to be honest about it. He's not like, oh, this is the best project ever, I'm so excited to do it. He says he's glad, but like, he's admitting that it's stressful and then it's pissing him off. Yeah. And I like that. I like that from a guy.
Lie to me. Just tell me it's going to be
I think he's going to do one, but I think this is too much for him. He's not going to do it again. I don't think he'll be back.
I think
he'll keep.
If this goes well, why wouldn't he do another one? If this is a great movie, if this is a great movie, why not do a whole trilogy?
I don't think it's going to happen. I think he'll film a trilogy as an actor, but as far as director, producer,
so is Batman vs Superman? Does that count as part of the trilogy?
No. I think he could appear in a couple of Batman movies after the Batman, but not wearing the producer's hat, not in the director's chair.
You think he has 3 standalone Batman films in his tank?
Maybe.
That's a bold prediction.
Maybe. We'll see. Let's see. Lucas Severson. We had a question about some Sony Marvel stuff here. Lucas Severson on Facebook wants to know, is there still a Venom movie being made?
Yes, there is. I can tell you that right now. Sony still plans to make Venom. I don't know when, but I do know that they talked about this recently, and they still plan to make Venom. I don't know if it's going to be part of the MCU canon, since they now share Spider-Man. But I do know they still plan to
the
make
last that was reported, Sony's president said that they had issued someone to write a script, and they had still planned on it once Spider-Man Homecoming had kind of finished up. They said this summer that their goal was to move forward with some of these pictures. Sinister Six is probably off the table, but Venom was still kind of high on their list.
Right. I can tell you more recently than that, Sony has confirmed they're still working on a Venom movie.
Yeah.
But
I really, really doubt that it's going to tie in with the MCU, at least at first.
Right.
I think that Marvel will play it smart like they always do and kind of wait to see what happens in this Venom movie. And then if it goes well, maybe tie it in with what's going on.
If it's produced without ties to the MCU, you can't tie it in after that. I don't think Marvel Studios needs that. I don't think they want that. I think it's either canon or not, and I think it's not.
A couple of you guys are asking for Carnage in the comments. I think if they do a Venom movie, Carnage has to be there.
They have to, because they're not going to.
I would love to see a maximum Carnage.
If they make a non-canon to the MCU Venom movie, like, who are they going to use? Who else? What are the other characters going to be? Let's use Carnage all the way.
Carnage is all they got.
Absolutely.
You know, if you don't have Spider-Man included.
Right.
Over on Twitter, Andrew Hayes, our main man. If Hugh Jackman was never cast as the Wolverine, so take away the last 17 years of Hugh Jackman, which comic character would you cast him as?
Like 15 years ago or today? 15 years
I'm
ago.
going to go today.
Punisher.
I want to go today. 15 years ago,
Either way, he
might still make a good.
He might still make a good
Punisher.
Like John Bernthal, gritty type Punisher.
Yeah.
Not so much Thomas Jane.
Never so much Thomas Jane.
Whoa, nothing wrong with that movie. Come on, why are you hating?
I don't hate.
I think the Punisher is the first one I could think of. Not really Mr. Fantastic or anything like that. I'm trying to think of superheroes who haven't.
Think of guys that are gritty. You know, I mean, Hugh Jackman's got that attitude. He's got, but I mean,
he could have played a DC hero. He could have played a DC hero.
Absolutely. Hey, I mean, an older not Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner or a Hal Jordan, maybe an older version of one of the Green Lanterns. That might be a way to go. Let's see.
Hugh Jackman in the DC Films universe.
Miss Engel there loved Thomas Jane.
While Charlie pulls up another question, since we were just talking about Hugh Jackman, I want to remind everybody about the most awesome giveaway of all time. A trip to meet Hugh Jackman and see Logan a month ahead of its reveal. Go to comicbook.com/page/submission. Submit your 10-second video doing your best Wolverine impression.
Shout out to Adam Hardy for suggesting Hugh Jackman as Thomas Wayne.
Oh, he would have been a great Thomas Wayne.
If I didn't want Jeffrey Dean Morgan to be Thomas Wayne,
but did you want Jeffrey Dean Morgan to be Thomas Wayne before he was Negan?
No. Oh no. Well, not just but seeing him BVS and then seeing him as Negan.
He'd be an awesome Thomas Wayne. He'd be so
great.
He'd be dark. He'd be dark.
He'd be fantastic.
He'd be rated R. Super rated R.
Let's see what else we got over on Facebook. We got Jordan Funicello. I think I said that right.
Okay.
Do you think Guardians of the Galaxy will be in Avengers: Infinity War?
They are confirmed.
They're 100% confirmed.
They're already there. They're already.
They are there.
But I think it's more interesting to think about, might they pop up in any movies before that?
Yeah.
That aren't Guardians, which means Spider-Man: Homecoming, Thor: Ragnarok, or Black Panther.
Ragnarok. Maybe some kind of cameo?
That'd be cool.
I mean, it fits. It's in space.
They have to set up Infinity War before Infinity War. So, I don't know. These guys have to come together at some point.
Ricky Ritchie wants to know maybe an Atom movie, ? Over on Facebook.
Who?
An Atom, like Atom.
Oh, the Atom?
The Atom from DC. I don't think it's going to happen. He's
basically, I mean, the way they've done it on CW, it's basically
he's
Iron
very
Man,
prevalent.
Right down to the sound effects.
Which I wish he'd be more Ant-Man type. Like, I want him to go small all the time, and he's done it like 3 times.
Ant-Man doesn't sell the way Iron Man sells.
I mean, that's true. You're right.
An Atom movie, no, there's plenty more. There is a dozen more DC heroes I'd rather see a movie for.
There are a lot of DC heroes I'd rather see a movie for. All right. Let's see. Sunday wants to know who's the villain for Justice League. There's a couple in there. There's one for sure.
Well, it was an interesting choice for them to go with Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about what they're doing with Steppenwolf. It seems like he's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Because they have to bring to bring in Darkseid.
Well, and that's one thing I really liked that DC did. I know there's been a lot of complaints about DC, and not just in the way they filmed things, but in rushing. A lot of people haven't liked that they're gonna. Their third movie was Batman vs Superman. They brought in their 2 biggest characters to fight off.
Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, okay. In their first 3 movies, I apologize. They already did that. So people have kind of been complaining that they're bringing in everybody too soon. Well, that's one thing Marvel did well. That they
brought in Doomsday in the second movie.
But what I like the choice to go with Steppenwolf because they're allowing some time before Darkseid gets there. I mean, because if you bring in Darkseid,
I know, but
in this
my
movie
thing
as
is
the villain.
But with Steppenwolf as the Justice League villain, this is your first Justice League movie ever. Why not build these characters up in their standalone films first, and then do Darkseid?
I agree.
It's not, and I mean, Avengers didn't go ahead and use Thanos right away.
Their villain is still hanging around. Loki's still going on. He's still a part of the
Who was
MCU.
Loki before Avengers?
Nobody.
So maybe Steppenwolf could be that dark horse.
I think that they will utilize Lex Luthor a little bit more, not as a starring role, but we've confirmed he's going to be in the film. I think that Jesse Eisenberg loves what he's doing. I think he will find a way to kind of manipulate and pull some strings and still be a part of the action and be able to continue to another movie. He'll kind of be, I don't want to compare Lex Luthor to Loki, but he will kind of be that character that is continually around in each and every film, having some appearances and then pulling some strings and getting some evil going, but always sticking around to come back later.
Right.
I think that'll be the next one of the next things. All right, Reese Williams, our good buddy from Wales, wants to know who should play Domino in Deadpool 2. There's been a lot of, we've talked about Cable a ton, but we know Domino's in the movie too. What do you do there?
Only because I just love being hated by the internet. Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway. Or Scott Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood.
Can we agree Anne Hathaway might actually be a good choice for that?
Had Anne Hathaway not been in The Dark Knight Rises, I think we would be having a totally different conversation.
That's why
I'm
I'm picking her.
I mean, she was great.
I'm picking her because I thought she was good as Catwoman.
I thought she was fantastic as Catwoman too, but I'd go a little bit younger. I'd go a little bit more attitude to fit in with Ryan Reynolds and whoever they pick as Cable. She might not have the black hair that Domino's known for, but I'd want to go. Oh, no, not Anna Kendrick. I want to go with Evan Rachel Wood, the star of Westworld.
Where are you getting attitude from Evan Rachel Wood?
Oh my God! Have you watched her in anything else besides Westworld? She is out of this world, phenomenal. She debuted with her future husband Jamie Bell in a Green Day music video.
Jamie Bell and Evan Rachel Wood, you sure?
Yeah.
Jamie Bell and Kate Mara.
No, they're married now. Jamie Bell and Evan Rachel Wood were married, have a kid together, got divorced, and now he's engaged to Kate Mara. Yeah.
So that's a thing.
Hey, you learn something new every day. Will Death make an appearance in Deadpool? No, but Death will make an appearance in Infinity War.
I don't know that.
I mean, if she's going to appear at some point, that would be the one she'd appear with. Thanos.
I mean, with Thanos, that would make sense. It would only make sense for her to pop up if they're telling Thanos' backstory. So, all right, guys. See the comment section still flying by. I want to remind you, we have the epic giveaway, the Logan giveaway. We're going to fly somebody to New York City to meet Hugh Jackman, to see Logan a month before it comes out. If that's not the best giveaway of all time, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know how to get you excited. That's amazing.
I can't imagine anything, as a nerd, from a nerd's perspective, I can't imagine anything cooler than this. I mean, it could be a different star that you're into, whatever, but the chance to go and interview a star like that is out of this world.
So that's where we're going to close it out today, guys. Thank you so much. If you want to talk more, hit us up on Twitter @Charlie Ridgely, @Brandon Davis BD. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Comic Book Now.